Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Friday, June 26, 2015. All right, yesterday's jobless claims came in, in line. Personal income and outlays, the same thing, in line, I guess you might say. And I think that was pretty much it for yesterday. Today we have consumer sentiment. So keep an eye out for that. Big headline here on MarketWatch: why Friday could be the year's biggest trading day, and then in the next breath they say bull market's engine is sputtering. Well, we can see that in the charts. We've been watching that for quite a while, actually. All right, over in Asia, bearish across the board, pretty solid, and same thing in Europe right now. Here in the U.S., we are looking at a flat open at this time. Gold, well, let's look at the VIX. The VIX is at 1401. Moving up, actually. I think it was at 12 just a couple of days ago. And, of course, I'd like to see it above 20, but then we'd be in a truly bearish mode or mood. Gold is at 1172, made a little bit of a move overnight. Oil's at 59.44, made a little bit of a move below that 60 level that we've been watching. The dollar's still hanging out around 95 and $1.12 against the euro. Not much change there. Okay. Today is an expiration. Today is June 4 expiration. We'll take a look at that. First, we'll look at the account overall. Can't pay any attention to the top two here, but the butterflies, Chipotle is trying to come back. We'll look at that on the chart. And then SPX, this is a July 1 expiration for that butterfly, which may not have been such a good idea to put on. That could be a pricey, if that's a loser, it could be pricey. Same thing with Chipotle. I mean, probably should just stay away from them. Because we're doing so good with just doing the iron condors and the credit spreads on SPX, and we are doing good here. And it looks like we're already going to add some for today, because most of this is time decay. Here's our time decay theta here. Everything remains the same. Calculated gain for today would be $80. It may not actually happen that way. There's too many other factors involved in that. And then we have a couple of calendars which are negative delta. These are all negative delta up here too. The two butterflies are both looking for downside movement. We have one on Priceline and one on the spiders. The spiders is the insurance. And we didn't spend a lot of money on that one, so that shouldn't be too bad of a loser if we miss on that one. All right, look at the big chart. Here's the big chart. I changed this down here. I finally marked this. This is where this is the midpoint for the July 1 butterfly. It's not the break even. And the butterfly has pretty wide wings on it, so it shouldn't be all that bad. I looked to see if I could cash in on these July 2 expirations at this time, and they're only at about a 50% gain for these two, this 11 delta up here and this 9 delta down here. So there's nothing there. The green ones, of course, have been closed for a nice little profit. This red one here was not profitable. This was a roll, actually. This July 1 roll actually rolled up to... Where did I roll that up to? Oh, I rolled it down, actually, to this July 1 down here. They're not ready to go yet. And what else did I want to look at? We can look at the spreadsheet right here. We can look to see actually what we have that may expire today. So if we uncheck the select all and then go down to June 4, that's this one right here, click OK, and we can see that there is 3 that expire, and 2 of them are closed for a profit, and one was closed last week, one was closed, and they were both closed last week, and the 19th was last week, I believe. And this Chipotle here, we'll take a look at that. Could lose $300 on this one. So let's clear that out, go back to select all and say OK. So all we have to worry about is Chipotle for today. And if things keep moving like this, it may end up not losing all that much. Because if we look at the weekly, so far for this week we're up 120, and I would hate to take that away. So we will see what happens here. Also, let's jump over here to the A+ list. I fixed this sorting order here, and here's what I did. If I right-click on the column headings here, you can either customize it or say no sorting. So I have it set up for no sorting. And then what you do is you can put them in any order you want then. So you go to edit, and what I had to do was, Baidu was way down here if you remember right. I just highlighted Baidu and you can move it up or down. So you can put Baidu wherever you want. I wanted it right after Amazon, and the reason why I have no sort is because I want like the Q's to be next to NDX, and I wanted RUT and IWM to be together, and of course SPX and SPY to be together. They would not be. SPY would it be above? WXYZ, yeah, it would be above it. So I wanted the ETFs to be below the cash index symbol. So all I did was, that's what I did. I hit save. And then you can sort if you want, and this is what happens when you sort it alphabetically. Things get kind of goofy from my perspective. So I just go back here and say no sorting. I want it the way I have the watch list set up. Okay. Those are the 2 little tips. I've already done the sorting thing as a tip on the spreadsheet, which is available on my blog. And then this little tip here, and it's really what I wanted to get to, so we can just start right out with the scan for today. Apple, flatter than a doornail, didn't even benefit from this free streaming service publicity that it got over the weekend. That's kind of a surprise. We have earnings season coming up too. In July. So we'll have to keep that in mind as we look at actual equities versus the cash indexes. Alright, so Amazon resistance, I have its resistance line up here, which is the high on this weekly chart, and it looks like you're having a little bit of a problem with that line up there. Baidu drifting northward. Well, it was anyway. Didn't have a very good day yesterday, did it? But we'll see if it remains in this channel. And Chipotle, we're just keeping our eyes peeled for this. I'd just get back down to the break even today. It would be good enough. I would be very happy with that. A candle of this size for today, starting out down here, would actually might make this trade a little bit profitable. Might. But I will have to close that today. I have to do something about it. Alright, moving on. Costco Costco looks like it's going into a new mode here. And, you know, I'm thinking it's definitely going to, let me just zoom out here a little bit. This current trend is very, very strong. It's like this part of the downtrend right here. Where is this thing headed? I don't know. I really don't know. Let's see if a channel can kind of give us an idea here. Just looking at the most recent part of the trend. Now, if we were to extrapolate this out to, say, here, we might be looking at a one. I don't know what are the spreads. What's the spread on the spreads? What's the spread here? $5. Oh, we're up to $1 here. Okay, so chart tells us maybe like 134 calendar. Let's look at a 134 calendar. 134 buy a calendar. 21 cents. And how does that look on a risk profile? Nice and fat. Nice and fat. You know, for 21 bucks, I think I'm going to do this in my live account. In this particular account. That would be a Costco butterfly at 134, and that would be July and a July 4. That could be interesting for just 21 cents. I think I'll do that today. All right. Will it go there? I don't know. I'll risk $21 for that. Let's take a look at the Dow. Dow looking pretty dang weak also. Now, this is really trading in a range. And the range is here. This is amazing. So we're looking at this support here, which worked out as support quite a few times in the past. Look at this. How many times it's come down here. This is going to be a very interesting period of time here. I think that particular article that I mentioned, or that we saw on MarketWatch, is of extreme interest. Gold has a support down here too. So let's see what happens with it. And then Google. We have this price level in here that we were watching. It's come down and it's testing it. It broke through and now it's come down and testing it. And if we look at stochastic and MACD, we have some negative momentum going on here on Google. LinkedIn, flatter than a pancake. Let's zoom in a little bit on this so we can see this a little bit better. Still flat, incredibly flat on LinkedIn. NASDAQ, NDX, there is a resistance right here at, well, let's see, 45.62.33. Let's put a line in there, 45.62.33. 45.62.33. 45.62.33. $45.62.33. And let's turn the right extension on. And let's call that. I should have put that in here right away. looking at a resistance up there on the NDX. Netflix. Well, apparently let's see. The little icons over there, I think they had to do with earnings. Yeah, they have a stock split and earnings all at the same time. And that's in a couple of weeks. So we'll keep an eye on that. Apparently, not everybody's real thrilled about their stock split. I'm not either, because that means they're probably going to fall off. I need to keep things above 100. So Priceline, we're still keeping our fingers crossed on it. It's looking pretty good right now, actually. May end up not have been pessimistic enough on this by picking this 140 or 1140 level. But, we might get a few little head fakes in there. Russell, not looking very strong either. SPX. Would I take a bet on the Russell? No, I would not. We already looked at SPX, SPY, SPX, PM. They're all kind of the same. So, we're just going to jump over to Tesla. And Tesla is on a little bit of a run lately. So, come down here, prove it to me, and then come back up, and I might do something to the upside on Tesla. Just maintain it. Just maintain through all this trouble that we're going through right now with the indexes. They're still looking flat at the open here. So that's it for today. It's Friday. And I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Let's keep our fingers crossed on Chipotle. I will be today, hoping that we can at least get down here close to the break even, or maybe a little bit past it. Make it a slightly profitable trade. Make the guru very, very happy. So have a great day. Thank you very much for watching, and happy trading.